Oh, yes. Good evening, Chris Swansea. Good evening, Robert Johnson. You're the first in the door. You're the first in the door. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Anybody else behind? Ah! You still Leon Galan. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back. Dave Mason. Good stuff. Jeff Lewis. Oh, that's great, isn't it? It's good fun. Kathleen, good evening. Alexis, good evening. Yeah, we're full on. We're full on. Well, really, the only thing that matters for me is that I see Facebook and YouTube messages come through because then I know that I'm reaching the two main ones. I am also streaming to Twitch and what's the other one? Periscope. Good evening in Munich, in Surrey. Nice. So, right, okay, here we are. Good evening in Switzerland. Ted Baker, Walter Friarelli. In New Jersey. I remember getting a train down to Secaucus, and for those of you who know New Jersey, and I believe our friend Walter will, and there was all these reeds and marshes, and the train's going through all of these reeds and marshes, and it finally pulls into Secaucus. And I was playing at a gig, and I got to the gig later that night, and I said to a friend of mine down there, you know, when the train's coming into Secaucus in New Jersey, and you've got all of that, you got all of those swamps and marshes. I said, is that where the bodies are buried? And he says, this is New York. There's bodies everywhere. Oh, how we laughed. Okay, so what we're doing this evening. Let's have a listen to see what we've got here. The Psychedelic Palace. I like that. Does it say Psychedelic Place or Palace? Palace. This is the Psychedelic Palace. Live from the Psychedelic Palace. Rax FX. Hello there. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again, Rax FX. Nice to have you back on. Armin Rottweild. Ah, yes. Everybody's happy. I'm going to do a little thing later on where I want to talk about something, and I just want to give you a little flavour of what this is about. Just have a listen to this.
Cars that look like submarines, not a scene from a Jules Verne novel, but the submerged streets of Loiret, just south of Paris, where residents have seen the heaviest late May rainfall since records began.
Since records began.
Retail sales have suffered the biggest drop since records began.
This is the same woman for the BBC talking about not retail sales but house prices.
Falls in house prices. The UK economy is moving further into deflation. The cost of living saw the biggest drop since records began more than 50 years ago. Falls in house...
What records? What records are they talking about? Bee Gees records? Frank Sinatra records? I put a Bee Gees record on last night We've had the heaviest rainfall since that Bee Gees record began at 8 o'clock last night. It's a load of bloody nonsense, man.
It's the biggest year-on-year fall since records began, way back in 1997.
Way back in 1997. Way back in 1997. It's Beatles records, of course. Yes. But I'll tell you what I thought, you know. Let's not dwell on that. What's the first number? Swamper. By the way, Merrill the Peril, if you're counting guitars, it's one light. One had to go back to David, the piano player. The Gibson 335, but hopefully not for too long. So, I got a message. I got a message for all you people who've advanced ordered Covers Night 2. Any record, any album, records began, since records began, any album that I've made, you can have a copy now. Just tell us which one you want, and that is just to keep your faces straight until I can get the Covers Night 2 album finished, because Covers Night 2 isn't finished, and it isn't going to be finished for a while yet. And so by way of consolation, I'm not giving you an album instead of Covers Night 2. I'm giving you an album to keep your faces straight, to keep you happy until your Covers Night 2 album. So you're going to get a free album. So if you want to do that, tell us which one you want, drop us an email, and I'll send it to you. Can't say much fairer than that, can you? Okay. Swamper. In the key of G. This is my brother playing drums. We knocked it together in an afternoon just for kicks. something like that anyway. That's called Swamp Air, and it was my brother basically playing drums. City of Tiny Lights, absolutely. You like this song, Paul Hickey? I like to hear that you like this song. Scenery, yeah. Okay. Okay, what's next? Number two is next. Number two, simple, not easy. Okay, let's bring the overdrive back a bit. Oh, by the way, I'll stop that just for a second, and I'll just bring your attention to those guitar playing Amplitube users. I've kind of changed the interface a little bit there. As you can see, I'm using the second one along is the small stone phaser, which I may or may not use at any time. The third one along, the yellow Boss Overdrive, that's what I'm using for the distortion. And then the fourth one on the end there is a booster. The black thing on the right is a booster. Now, the reason I've done that is because I found that the overscream, the old Ibanez overscream, well, it's a tube screamer basically. When you wanted to really get a lot of drive going, it kind of fell short a little bit. So I tried this Boss Overdrive and I found the same. It just didn't. And to go to the next distortion pedal, which was like the Seymour Duncan, what was it called? The Seymour Duncan Power Grid. The Seymour Duncan Power Grid is too distorted. And the other one, I can't remember what the other one was. Oh yeah, the Wampler of Wimbledon. And I found they were just a little bit too distorted. But what I found with that black box there, the black booster at the end of that line, that gives us that little bit of extra drive while still retaining the tone of the Boss Overdrive. So, can you put a vocal on Swampy, please? Long story that, Paul Hickey. But if you want to put a vocal on something else, we might be able to work something out. But that song is now being written for. That song's gone. It's been launched elsewhere with a vocal. If you'd said 6 months ago, it would have been a different story. Okay, where are we? Okay, so simple, not easy. Bring in back the distortion. So that first song was my brother playing drums. This next song is Jim Drummond playing drums. And it's me playing bass and piano. Simple, not easy. I spent an afternoon at Chessington World of Adventure once. Spent all my money on sugar. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, what have we got next? Number 3. Winter Break. Okay, Jim Drummond again. Jim Drummond on the bubble gums. And Kenny on bass this time. The completely dependable and reliable and musical Kenny Hutchison on the bass. Big slides, yes, absolutely. Right, try to ignore your message. No, messages are a distraction. They're a distraction. This is very Zappa. I'm not going to deny it. This is very Frank Zappa. It's very kind of 80, 81, 82 Frank Zappa period. The kind of Tinseltown, shut up and play a guitar, you are what you is period of Frank's, which is actually my favourite. Well, Joe's Garage, Shake Your Booty, Shut Up and Play a Guitar, 79, 80, 81. All those gigs that he recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon that became legendary recordings. And now you've got, I see live at the Apollo. For those of you around the world, ladies and gentlemen, the Hammersmith Odeon is now called the Hammersmith Apollo, and they have a comedy show there. It's called a comedy show. I've still yet to find out what's funny about it. And it's the same venue that Frank Zappa recorded Shut Up and Play a Guitar in. Talk about slipping standards on planet Earth today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a comedian and I'm funny and I say things that aren't dangerous and I don't question anything. I just talk about golf weekends. Okay, Winter Break. Yes. The front cover of Deep Purple Made in Japan photograph was taken at the Rainbow Theatre, and I believe it was taken on the 2nd of July 1972. Yeah. Okay, hope you all enjoyed that one. What's number 4? Number 4, numbers game. Okay. Evening Lee. Evening Lee, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. Those of you who saw that All Along the Watchtower snippet that I put on Facebook the other day, that was from Lee. Sounds great outside. You got it nice and loud. I hope so. I hope so. Right, where are we? Number 4, did I say? Numbers game. Right, Jim Drummond on the drums. That's enough of that. Hey, so how we doing? Is everybody well? I'm just gonna pour a glass of water now. If that was number 4, that was number 4. Number 5, Ain't No Sunshine. Should we do Ain't No Sunshine? No, I think I'm gonna step over Ain't No Sunshine, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. I might come back to it. But if I just get it. By the way, I've got a PayPal page. PayPal link. Yes. And, oh look, people sending us messages from all over the bloody place. Dinner is calling, Rax FX. Can't blame you. Oh, can't blame you. It's still a little bit painful. Just give us a second, folks. I'm going to refocus. Just get a glass of water. No sunshine today. Nah, not in Newcastle, that's for sure. Tell a lie, there was a bit of sunshine. Lime Street. Not prepared for Lime Street, I'm afraid, you still, but hey, it'll happen. Oh, me arm, Jesus Christ. It's not right, but hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, arm's still not good. Nope. Still not right. Anyway, okay, so, by the way, some of you may have noticed that I'm playing the 62 reissue Sunburst television with the Seymour Duncan pickups in. This is one of my favourite guitars on planet Earth. Massage oil. Yeah, well, we've all been there, haven't we? Yes, this is one of my favourite guitars, and it's got Seymour Duncan custom shop pickups in it. And it's a delight, and I bought it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Fav 5s, which is a medley of my favourite things and Take 5. And neck pickup, you want the neck pickup, lad. You don't want too much distortion. do you. This is Brendan O'Neill on drums. It's myself on bass and keyboards. Yeah, it's all about music at the end of the day. I mean, what attracted me to all of this was music, you know. It's all about the music, you know. Of course, you know, when you're a kid, you want to be a pop star and all of that, but I kind of forgot about the music side of it for a long time as an adolescent and through my 20s, and you know, and then you know, you get a bit older and you get a bit slower and you get a bit few miles under your belt. You do a few things, and you realise that it's all about the tunes. It's all about the tunes, and if it isn't all about the tunes, oh, here we are. Number 7. Look at the sun. Oh, this is a special one, I think. Okay. Let me do. This is me playing drums on this. I played everything on this: drums, bass, all of that. Wiser, Lee. We're getting wiser, aren't we? Look at the sun. It's about an old yogic practice that we aren't going to talk about here, but the clues in the title. What's number 8? What you say no. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so some craziness going on in the chat here. Is the music that interesting? Okay. What number was that? Oh, nearby, it's for you. Number 9. last one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's not going to be the last one, is it? It's not going to be the last one. What's going to be the last one? Barrels is going to be the last one. They don't write them in it. You can say that again. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. Oof, just made it. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Just as a reminder, I do have a PayPal link. Got a PayPal link there. You want more? Alexa Serving wants more. Yes, everybody wants more. Everybody wants more. Okay, I'll do one more. I'll do one more. Listen, see if I can find this one. See if I can find my favourite one. I think it's this one.
The start of 2014 has been horrible.
That's the message. That's the bit. What happened at the start of 2014?
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
This winter was the warmest since records began in 1880.
The U.S. had the single deadliest day since the pandemic began. More than 3,100 Americans died from the coronavirus.
October 2018 is now officially the wettest October on record at Phoenix Sky Harbor. Jordan Evans is in our studio.
But these numbers are now at a record all-time low since records began. This is the lowest conviction rate, which just shows that the CPS is...
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
Even more than usual, fear of the unknown and an uncertainty about what could happen has led to sales in stores like this to skyrocket during March and would have been even higher in April had there not been a run on guns and ammunition the month before.
In March, just in Virginia, compared to the year before, the highest monthly volume since records began 3 decades ago.
What a load of shite. Let's have it once more. Can't get enough of that.
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
Oh, it's been horrible. Did you hear? Do you know why you know it's been horrible? Because they told you it was. They told you it was. Since the Bee Gees records began, Frank Sinatra records, I listen to a lot of... It's the wettest day since I put on a Bee Gees record. Hey, it's a load of shite. They talk a load of shite. They talk a load of shite. Yeah, ignore them. Ignore them. That's my message. I'm not dictating and I'm not trying to cause with. Just ignore that shit. They're all saying the same thing. Since what records began? He said way back in 1997. Way back in 1997. It's fucking 6 months. Jesus, I tell you, they talk shite. But you see, people. Oh, it's the worst since records began. They don't know us. That's right. They don't know us. I got a lyric about that. Ted McKenna on the drums. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I hope you've all enjoyed the show. Okay, PayPal me if you want to keep the show on the road. Feel free. Feel free. I hope you've all enjoyed the music. If you have pre-ordered Covers Night 2, it's not finished, and it's half finished. I mean, there's a lot of it's finished. What's finished is fine, but it's not an album's worth of material yet. And because I'm involved with other things, which we'll talk about soon, I would like you to email me and tell me which album of mine you would like, and I'll email you a folder back through WeTransfer or something like that. And that's not as a substitute for Covers Night 2. That is a stopgap. You still get Covers Night 2 with the money that you want to pay for it. Meanwhile, I'll give you an album of your choice, just to build a bridge of good vibrations. Okay. What else have we got? Well, you know, we've got a Bandcamp page. We got the Bandcamp page. Oh, look at that, it hasn't refreshed. Oh dear me. You can't see all the album covers, you see. Can we reload that page? Reload the page. Oops, a daisy. Ah, there it is. It's updated, you see. See, that's not a GIF. That's not a JPEG. That's an actual website. That's the website itself. So it needed to update itself, you see. So that's me sitting in the chair talking to you. Would I be doing more of the Thursday shows? Yes, I will, once the mixing job that I'm doing is completed. I've got 25 songs to mix for the 31st of this month. And it's happening. I'm doing it. I'm getting through it, but I haven't got time to do anything else in the meantime. So, you know, there will be more live streams and other things. And as you saw, Louis Sheldon's going to come on and talk to us about his time with the Carpenters and Barbara Streisand and the Jackson 5 and the Commodores and Lionel Richie. He's a serious cat. Best friend is Larry Carlton. So he's going to be a guest on the show, and that's going to be after June starts. I'm also collaborating with a friend of mine for a thing called My Retreat, which is like I'm supplying the music for an online meditation and relaxation session, and that's going to be next Friday actually. And I'll start publishing links and stuff like that for that this week. You'll see that. So if you want to tune into that, it's going to be this kind of thing.
New figures from Japan show that fewer babies were born there this year than at any time since records began.
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
So you can put that stuff to music and it's quite dramatic, but it is bullshit. It's all a load of bullshit. It's a load of bullshit. Van Morrison's got a new album out. There's a great track on it called They Own the Media. See what you think of that. Okay. Next Sunday, the 30th, the last Sunday of May 2021, we will never see it again. It will come and it will go. Okay, a bit of a reflection on the Telecaster there. Okay, so stay tuned, folks. There's plenty of stuff in the pipeline, plenty of stuff that I'm not talking about because it's not finished. But slowly we're edging things along. And we'll see you next week, if not before. Hope everybody's happy. Hope everybody's in good spirits. And PayPal me. We'll just let that graphic run its course. The link to PayPal me, of course, will be in the description of the video in YouTube and Facebook. If you want to email me about anything in particular, as long as it's not crazy, mad fucking stuff I don't want to know about. Somebody left an awkward, horrible comment on my YouTube video the other day. I don't know where people's heads are some of the time, you know. So, but you daresn't talk about it on YouTube because they'll stick the knife in. Okay, and of course I have a Bandcamp page with all of my music, more or less, apart from a few. If you really want to buy a vinyl, or if you really want to buy some MP3s off me, then the best way to do it is through email. You know, and I think we got plenty of satisfied customers who've bought product from me and who say that they enjoy it very much. And I think that's it basically. Is that everything? Yep, pretty much. Right, I find it difficult to end the show, you know. I do find it quite difficult to end the show.
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
Just in case you didn't know, the start of 2014 was horrible. Martin Bashir. Somebody made an excellent point the other day about how the BBC harboured Jimmy Savile. They knew that he was molesting countless children at the BBC, and they protected Stuart Hall of It's a Knockout, who was a rapist, and they protected him. And now this Martin Bashir thing, who lied to Princess Diana and absolutely mashed their head up, and the BBC supported and protected him as well. But if you don't pay a TV licence, they'll threaten you with jail. Yeah. And they say things like,
Britain, the start of 2014 has been horrible.
Retail sales have suffered the biggest drop since records began. Falls in house prices. The UK economy is moving further into deflation. The cost of living saw the biggest drop since records began more than 50 years ago. Falls in house.
It's the biggest year-on-year fall since records began, way back in 1997.
Shut up, shut your trap. Not interested. It's all about just having a laugh. Don't take it too seriously. Okay, thanks very much. John Lydon knew it. Yes, damn right he did. And they shut him up as well. Now, who's having the last laugh? Well, not the people who Jimmy Savile abused. Time to go. Thank you very much. See you next time. Good night.